Bridgerton is back, and the moment we've been waiting for is finally here. The glittering ballrooms, the whispered scandals. And yes, the chemistry that fans have been shipping for years. Benophie is about to light up 2026. Like never before. Forget everything else. This isn't just another season premiere. This is the drama, the romance, and the heartbreak that reminds us why Bridgerton stole our hearts in the first place. Every glance, every secret, and every daring move is about to pull us right into the glittering chaos of high society, and trust me, you're going to feel every second of it. Asterisk the moment the camera sweeps across Regency London. It's impossible not to be drawn in. The streets are alive with carriages rolling past, merchants shouting their wares, and the ever-present hum of gossip weaving through the air like a secret melody. There's an energy that feels electric, like the city itself is holding its breath for the newest scandal to drop. The bridges, the lampposts, the flicker of candlelight through the windows of grand estates, it all screams elegance. But underneath that beauty, tension is simmering. You can almost feel the whispers traveling from drawing room to ballroom. Secrets ready to explode at any wrong or right moment. As the camera cuts to the Bridgerton estate, the grandeur is jaw-dropping. Every corner of the manor is meticulously decorated. Every painting, every vase, every carefully arranged flower tells a story about wealth, status, and hidden rivalries. Lady Whistledown's voice floats in like a ghost from the past, reminding us that nothing here is ever as simple as it seems. Her sharp, witty observations frame every scene with a mix of humor and biting critique, making us question who we can really trust in this world of silk and secrets. Even though we don't see faces reacting yet, the tension is palpable. The camera lingers on subtle gestures, a hand tightening on a chair, a foot tapping nervously. A quick glance exchanged across the room. Each tiny movement speaks volumes, setting up the drama that's about to unfold. Then comes the first glimpse of our new characters mingling with familiar faces, sophisticated and poised. Every entrance is calculated, every step deliberate. There's an air of anticipation as we catch the faintest hints of chemistry between certain individuals. Benedict's presence is immediately magnetic, his charm understated yet powerful. And then there's Sophie, stepping into this world with a quiet confidence that contrasts with the extravagant chaos around her. When their paths finally cross, the camera lingers just a moment longer, just enough to make every viewer lean in, waiting for sparks. The ballroom, with its twinkling chandeliers and flowing gowns, becomes more than a backdrop. It's a stage for every whispered secret, every stolen glance, and the beginning of what could be the season's most talked about romance. Every detail is designed to pull you in. The sound of distant laughter masking scheming conversations, the soft rustle of silk against marble floors, and the quick flash of eyes that might be hiding 1,000 stories. Even without a single word of dialogue yet, you can feel the stakes. There's excitement in the air, but also the subtle undercurrent of tension that makes Bridgerton more than just a story. It makes it an experience. You can already sense that something extraordinary is about to happen, and your heart can't help but race in anticipation. By the time the opening scenes finish, you're not just watching, you're living the drama, feeling every sigh, every heartbeat, and every stolen moment that could change the course of this glittering, scandal-filled world forever. The first scenes hit like a spark, bright, bold, and impossible to ignore. The camera doesn't just show us the world, it pulls us into it, forcing us to notice every detail, every subtle movement, every flicker of emotion hidden behind poised smiles and polite bows. The way Benedict moves through the crowd, it's effortless, yet commanding. Every gesture seems intentional, like he knows exactly how to capture attention without even trying. And Sophie, she enters like a quiet storm, her presence calm but undeniable, drawing the eye without demanding it. Even in a room full of Regency high society, they stand out. You can feel it immediately, the tension, the unspoken curiosity. The potential for something extraordinary. Faceless reactions are perfect here because the energy isn't just on the screen, it's in the air. A slow pan across the ballroom shows flutters of silk and glances darting between characters. Text overlays like "Wait, did you see that look?" or subtle emoji animations, hearts, sparks, gasps can make viewers feel like they're experiencing the thrill in real time. Every moment is designed to make you lean in to notice the details you might have missed the first time. A hand brushing against a table, a subtle tilt of the head, or a whispered comment in the corner, it all builds a web of anticipation that feels almost tangible. And then the chemistry. That first near encounter between Benedict and Sophie isn't dramatic at first glance, it's understated, almost casual, but the air between them practically sizzles. A glance that lingers a little too long, a smile that hints at something deeper. And suddenly you realize that this isn't just another season, it's the moment fans have been waiting for. Text captions can emphasize the emotion. The ship is real, or finally, the tension we've been craving. Every viewer can feel the magnetic pull without anyone needing to speak. And that's what makes this moment unforgettable. The show doesn't just rely on the leads. Supporting characters immediately inject drama and intrigue. Glances of suspicion, quick whispers, and subtle gestures create layers of tension, even without showing faces. Faceless visuals can convey emotion through movement, color cues, and symbolic imagery like a red rose subtly placed on a table, or a flicker of candlelight reflecting a moment of realization. The combination of elegance, suspense, and the faint hint of romance gives every scene weight, making you feel like you're standing right in the middle of this glittering world. By the end of these opening moments, your heart is racing. You're not just watching, you're living the premiere with every gasp, every flutter, every stolen glance. The first impressions set the tone. This season promises drama, romance, and the kind of tension that makes you want to pause and rewind just to catch every tiny detail. Benophie isn't just a ship, they're the heartbeat of the episode, the spark lighting up an entire ballroom full of secrets, and the reason 2026 just became the year fans will never forget. Asterisk, the moment finally arrives. Benedict and Sophie share a scene that feels like it's been a lifetime in the making, and yet it's subtle, restrained, and utterly magnetic. It's not about grand gestures or flashy declarations. This is the beauty of Bridgerton. The tension between them is quiet but electric, like the air just before a storm breaks. Their eyes meet across the ballroom, and for a second, the world narrows down to just those two figures moving through a sea of silk and candlelight. Even without dialogue, every shift of the body, every small smile, every hesitation tells a story of longing, curiosity, and the unspoken possibility of romance. Faceless visuals can amplify this perfectly. Imagine animated sparkles or subtle heart overlays when their glances connect, or text captions like "the moment we've all been waiting for," or "it's happening, finally." A slow pan across their first shared smile emphasizes the tension, while soft music cues can make viewers feel the electricity without showing their faces directly. It's about making the audience feel the scene as much as watch it. The brilliance of this reveal is in the restraint. Benedict approaches Sophie with polite charm, but there's an unmistakable energy, curiosity mixed with admiration that makes every interaction crackle. Sophie responds with a quiet confidence that both intrigues and captivates him. The room may be filled with whispered gossip and flashing chandeliers, but when they're together, everything else seems to fade into the background. Faceless techniques, like zoom-ins on hands almost touching, or shadows falling over a shared moment, can communicate emotion more powerfully than words ever could. Then comes the subtle build-up to their first real connection. A shared laugh, a quick brush of the fingers, a glance that lingers just a beat too long. These are the moments that fan theories are made of. Text animations can heighten this. "Did you see that spark?" or "the chemistry is off the charts." Every second of their interaction feels charged with possibilities, as if the walls of the ballroom could no longer contain the tension between them, even without dialogue. It's obvious. Benophie is here, and this is the romance. Everyone has been waiting for Dot by the end of this scene. The anticipation is almost unbearable. You can feel the entire room both on screen and in your imagination holding its breath. The first real connection between Benedict and Sophie isn't just a scene. It's an emotional explosion wrapped in subtlety. The energy is palpable, the tension delicious, and the stakes high for fans. This isn't just a moment, it's a milestone. Faceless visuals, paired with careful pacing and text overlays, make every heartbeat, every flutter of emotion, and every stolen glance unforgettable. This is Benophie, fully alive. And it's the moment 2026 just got a little brighter, a little warmer, and a whole lot more romantic. Every scene in the premiere feels like a carefully placed domino. One glance, one whispered word, one subtle movement sets off a chain reaction of intrigue, drama, and romance. The ballroom alone is a masterpiece of tension. Chandeliers glittering. Above, silk dresses swirling, and eyes darting across the room as secrets and desires collide. Even facelessly, you can feel it. The energy is magnetic, electric, and impossible to ignore. Quick faceless visuals like moving silhouettes, candlelight flickers, or animated sparkles on glances can capture this without showing faces, making the tension visually palpable. One of the first key moments is the whispered conversation near the balcony. Two characters exchange words that seem innocent, but the camera lingers on gestures, a hand brushing against the railing, a subtle nod, a head tilting slightly toward the other that hint at hidden agendas. It's the perfect mix of mystery and elegance. Text captions like "secrets are brewing" or "something tells me this isn't just gossip" keep viewers invested, building suspense while highlighting the social games that define Bridgerton. Every glance, every posture is a story in itself, letting the audience piece together the intrigue as if they're part of the ballroom drama. The next standout scene is the first proper dance of the season. Music swells, candlelight reflects on polished floors, and every motion seems choreographed to perfection. Benedict and Sophie's movements are subtle yet charged every turn. Every near touch carries tension, chemistry, and anticipation. Paceless visuals like animated motion lines, floating hearts, or glowing effects on the dancers' silhouettes can dramatize the moment while keeping the focus on emotion rather than faces. Small details like the nervous shuffle of a foot, a hand brushing past a gown, or Sophie's eyes glinting in candlelight speak volumes. Captions such as "heartbeats sensed" or "the chemistry is unreal" allow viewers to feel the romance as if they were on the ballroom floor themselves. Finally, the quiet but explosive scenes between secondary characters set up conflicts and cliffhangers for the season. A seemingly small argument in the drawing room carries weight far beyond the words spoken. The tilt of a chair, the way a hand lingers on a teacup, or the shadow crossing a character's chest signals tension, jealousy, and looming drama. Faceless storytelling thrives here. Subtle zooms, lighting shifts, and text overlays like "who's hiding what?" or "scandal is coming" draw viewers into the narrative without ever needing dialogue heavy exposition. Each of these scenes layers tension on top of the romance, creating a rich tapestry of intrigue that makes the season premiere impossible to look away from. By the end of these key moments, the audience isn't just watching, they're living the drama. Every whispered word, every spark-filled glance, and every subtle movement reinforces that this season isn't just about romance. It's about the delicate balance of desire, strategy, and scandal that makes Bridgerton the cultural phenomenon it is. Faceless visuals, combined with text cues and dramatic pacing, ensure viewers feel every heartbeat, every stolen glance, and every secret, fully immersing them in the glittering, tension-filled world of high society. The premiere isn't just about who enters the ballroom or who exchanges a glance, it's about the emotional heartbeat of every moment. From the first frame, you can feel the undercurrent of anticipation, excitement, and longing pulsing through the screen. Even without seeing faces, the tension is almost tangible. The flutter of a gown, the subtle tilt of a hand, or the lingering pause before a word is spoken communicates layers of emotion that words alone could never capture. For fans, every gesture between Benedict and Sophie is electric, a small, almost secret signal that says something extraordinary is unfolding, and you're witnessing it before anyone else. Benophie's chemistry is the emotional core of the premiere. Their connection isn't loud or flashy, it's in the quiet moments, the shared smiles, and the glances that hold just a little too long. Faceless visuals can amplify this perfectly. Imagine text captions like "the tension is unbearable" or animated sparkles tracing their subtle touches, even the background glimmering chandeliers. Floating candlelight, soft music cues reinforces the emotional resonance. You feel the thrill of anticipation with every step they take, every near touch, every stolen glance, like your own heart is racing along with the story. But the premiere doesn't just focus on romance. It balances emotion with drama and suspense. Secondary characters inject tension that keeps every heartbeat on edge. A subtle whisper across the drawing room, a hand lingering too long on a teacup, or a fleeting glance over the shoulder suggests hidden motives, jealousy, or secrets ready to explode. Faceless storytelling thrives here. Lighting shifts, shadows stretching across hallways, and text prompts like "who's hiding the truth" make viewers feel the stakes without ever needing dialogue. The emotional impact comes not just from what happens, but from what is hinted at, the unknown, the unspoken, the possibilities waiting to unfold. Finally, the premiere's brilliance lies in its pacing. Moments of high tension alternate with fleeting, intimate beats, giving the audience time to breathe, anticipate, and immerse themselves fully. By the time the episode's first major plot beat lands, viewers are emotionally invested, hearts pounding for both romance and drama. Every subtle glance, whispered secret, and fleeting touch carries weight, making us realize that Bridgerton isn't just a show, it's an experience of longing, desire, suspense, and excitement, all wrapped in glittering gowns and candlelit halls. Faceless visuals, combined with captions, sound cues, and subtle motion, allow the audience to live the emotion as if they were part of the scene, creating an unforgettable connection to every heartbeat of the premiere. Asterisk, if the premiere taught us anything, it's that nothing in Bridgerton is ever straightforward. Every glance, whisper, and subtle smile carries weight, hinting at secrets that could ignite the next scandal. Now that Benedict and Sophie have finally shared that first, undeniable spark, the possibilities are endless. Will their connection survive the whispers of high society? Will Lady Whistledown uncover a hidden scandal before the romance can fully bloom? Fans are already theorizing, and it's impossible not to speculate. Faceless visuals can highlight this tension. Text animations like "the drama is just beginning" or glowing question marks over shadows, paired with suspenseful music cues, make viewers feel part of the guessing game. Benedict's charm and wit make him a character whose future is full of intrigue. Even small gestures, like the way he looks at Sophie across a crowded room, suggest layers we haven't fully uncovered yet. Could there be a rival suitor lurking in the background? Someone ready to challenge the ship we've been waiting for? Similarly, Sophie's subtle confidence hints at depth and complexity that could both strengthen and test their budding connection. Faceless storytelling here thrives on visual cues, silhouettes leaning toward one another, flickering candlelight, or animated hearts and sparks emphasizing chemistry, letting viewers imagine every twist without needing full scenes. Then there's the wider web of society drama. Every secondary character is a thread in the tapestry of scandal, secrets, and alliances. From jealous friends to scheming relatives, each interaction could change the course of the season. Text overlays like "who will betray whom?" or secrets that could ruin everything invite the audience to speculate alongside you, turning passive viewing into active participation. Fans can't help but imagine who will rise, who will fall, and how these hidden tensions will collide with the central Benophie storyline. Finally, the beauty of Bridgerton's storytelling is in its unpredictability. Just when you think you know what's coming, a subtle look, a whispered word, or an unexpected gesture flips everything upside down. Predictions are fun, but the show thrives on surprises. Will Benophie face challenges that test trust and loyalty? Will Lady Whistledown's gossip ignite chaos in the drawing room? The premiere sets the stage for endless possibilities, and faceless visuals animated question marks, shifting shadows, or glowing silhouettes encourage fans to imagine and debate every potential twist. By the end of this section, viewers aren't just thinking about the story, they're living it, theorizing it, and emotionally invested in the unfolding drama that promises to dominate 2026. Asterisk, by the time the episode's final moments fade, one thing is crystal clear. Bridgerton Season 4 has arrived, and it has completely redefined the stakes for romance, drama, and scandal. Benedict and Sophie, the long-awaited Benophie, aren't just a ship. They're the heartbeat of this season. Every glance, every subtle smile, every unspoken tension has laid the foundation for a story that will dominate conversations for months to come. Even in a faceless video, you can make this resonate. Animated sparkles, glowing hearts, and gentle zooms on gestures or shadows can visually reinforce the emotion, letting viewers feel the weight of the moment without needing a single face on screen. The brilliance of this premiere lies not only in romance but in anticipation. Secondary characters continue to stir intrigue, secrets are poised to explode, and every whispered word could change the trajectory of high society. Faceless visuals like shadows moving across hallways, animated question marks, or flickering candlelight can reinforce suspense and curiosity. Now, it's time to bring it all together. The premiere has delivered romance, drama, and emotional depth in perfect balance, teasing storylines that fans will be dissecting for weeks. Encourage your audience to engage. Which moment hit you the hardest? Can Benophie survive the whispers of high society? Drop your theories below or tag a friend who needs to see this season premiere. Faceless content thrives on interaction, and these prompts turn viewers into participants, sparking conversation and excitement. Finally, leave your audience with a sense of anticipation and urgency. Bridgerton isn't just back hits we're writing. 2026, setting the bar for romance, scandal, and unforgettable storytelling. Every heartbeat, glance, and whispered secret counts. As the screen fades, let your closing visuals linger on subtle, emotional cues. Benedict and Sophie's near touch, the glow of candlelight, a handwritten letter hinting at scandal, or animated sparkles rising like magic. And with a simple yet compelling text overlay, Season 4 has begun. Are you ready for what comes next? This ensures the audience leaves feeling exhilarated, emotionally invested, and eager to return for the next episode.